Welcome to our edition of LRMania reviews, and tonight I'm here to review Monday Night Raw, which is the go-home show to No Mercy, which is this Sunday. However, before I get to the show, we have to talk about some far more serious and far more sad news to report. Bobby the Brain Heenan, legendary manager, in my opinion, the greatest manager in WWE history. Super entertaining. Also, I would say the best heel color commentator they've ever had. He was just great. He has passed away. Bobby Heenan has had cancer for many years. So many great wrestling memories in the 90s. In my opinion, his best performance, without question, and in my opinion, probably most people remember him for, if you can think of one specific moment, it was the 1992 Royal Rumble when he was just so biased to Ric Flair, and you had to notice he was such a great heel and he was so entertaining. It was incredible. He is just such a legend, and he will be missed. He's had cancer for many years. Again, you'd see pictures of him. It'd be really sad to see him in that state. It's unfortunate. WWE never did anything to really. They didn't really mention Bobby Heenan too much, and I hope tonight, they give him a big tribute, because they need to not just show a graphic at the opening of the Raw show. They need to give a long video, a really emotional video, like they gave for Warrior, they gave for Savage, or they gave to Roddy and Dusty, and he's such a legend, and all I can say is rest in peace to Bobby the Brain Heenan, and my condolences go to his wife and his family. So I guess we can talk about Raw now. They had an in memoriam graphic for Bobby Heenan, but nothing really. I mean, they didn't do a 10-bell salute. Maybe they at least give him a tribute package or a video package later in the show. Kurt Angle, he's up with The Miz, and Jason Jordan. It's Miz and Jason Jordan. I do not care about that rivalry at all. Now they show Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax walking, so that's the next match. It's Bliss and Jax. First, I think they've had a match. They had a match in July. Yeah, they did. But it was a disqualification. This will probably end disqualification. They're trying to hype this up as this big match, like a female version of David versus Goliath. I don't care. They showed Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle. Hopefully this is the start of the Jason Jordan heel turn. They were kind of arguing, and he wants to beat up everyone because he says bad stuff about his dad. Yeah, I don't care about that. Up next, Alexa Bliss is out, and Nia Jax is out, and they're going to have their match. I don't know. I mean, it's the match is all Alexa Bliss running around, and Sasha Banks comes out. And Alexa Bliss was trying to run away. She sees Sasha, and she runs away, and she's scared of all her opponents, I guess. She runs back, and Nia crushed her, and they went to break. So what happened was just awkward. Nia Jax, she beat Alexa Bliss cleanly with the Samoan drop. Sasha was at ringside, and after the match, Sasha jumps on Nia like she's a heel. And Nia throws Sasha down. And then, believe it or not, Bayley makes her return. She gets a decent pop. I think it's in San Jose, if I'm not mistaken. She comes down the ring. And Bayley, Sasha, and Alexa, the three of them team up and spear Nia Jax like they're the female Shield or something. And they all... Bayley and Sasha are celebrating. Alexa tries to again, and then Sasha beats up Alexa, and then Bayley gives her the Bayley to belly. I'm just confused. What the fuck? Is Emma still in this match, or is this Bayley now? So it's a Fate of Four, Nia, Sasha, Alexa, and Bayley, or is it Emma? I don't know. I mean, if you watched this and you didn't know what was going on, you just tuned in, you'd immediately think it would be with Bayley. But I don't know if it's just a one-time thing, because it's, to bring Bayley in for her hometown, but I don't get that. They didn't even promote Emma. They didn't even mention Emma's name, barely. I'm thinking, so what the hell? Cesaro and Sheamus are out. I guess that means I can watch some football. I really like the Asuka video package for her debut. It looks really cool. Then after that, they go to the ring, and it's an 8-man tag. I just don't care about anyone in that match. Could give a shit, so I'm watching some football. Finally, that match is over. Ambrose and Rollins win. Oh, never mind. Cesaro and Sheamus won. It was a triple threat tag team match. They show Miz backstage with the Miz Taraj. Don't really care. They have some pizza advertisement. They were showing a flashback, and the flashback matches the match they showed was WrestleMania 21, the first Money in the Bank ever ladder match, which Edge won, and I was just thinking to myself, I don't want to talk about it, but they just can't. I mean, they keep doing their best and show everyone in the match except Chris Benoit, and then I just saw, Chris Benoit actually, near the end, they actually showed him on the ground. They didn't show him doing anything, but he was laying on the ground during the match and those things and stuff. I'm sure they're happy about that. Yeah, they're going to a John Cena and Roman Reigns video package. It's not who the fans want, to the company wants. I don't even care anymore. This is an unforgettable Raw, but I know halftime in the football game is approaching, so maybe they start doing something, important. They'll probably bring out Cena and Reigns right now. So they had a cool segment. They had a Goldust, I guess, Dustin Rhodes. He's wearing the Goldust ring attire, but he has no face paint on. He has the gray hair, and he's asking for a match against Bray Wyatt. I think that'd be like if they have a program, that'd be like a cool send-off for Dustin if he retires. I actually liked how they did that. It gave me really good flashbacks to when they had Dustin and Cody as the tag team, as the Rhodes brothers, and when they beat the Shield to win the tag team titles with Dusty Rhodes. That was just so awesome, man. I really, that was such a great moment. They really should have done Dustin and Cody probably at WrestleMania one of those years. It's really disappointing that never, came to fruition. We never really got to see that. What the fuck is wrong with Vince? I turned on Raw for a second, and I saw Kurt Hawkins getting wrestled to face Apollo Crews. Oh my god. We got some breaking news. Bayley has been added to the match. I guess it's a fatal 5-way now, that woman's match. Also, speaking of the woman, I guess Nikki Bella is now on Dancing with the Stars. She's making her debut, I think, tonight. So, things are heating up. They had Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman do this sit-down backstage interview in which Michael Cole gave the most robotic questions ever. He's just infuriating, but the segment was actually really good. It was basically the exact same thing as Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe, but not nowhere near as good. When Joe got up and went after Lesnar, he didn't get any of that here. He had the two of them go back and forth. Crowd, they seemed to make some noise whenever Braun said something. I liked it. I thought it was good. Heyman cut a good promo. I thought Braun and Heyman kind of went back and forth. Braun, he doesn't even need to be a guy who talks. I just think he needs to be the guy a few words and just destroys everything. Is just an absolute killer. But as the segment ended, they're going back and forth, and Brock says, he backed me into a corner. And then, he says, suplex city bitch, as he always does. One thing I'm noticing, I haven't seen that long Bobby Heenan tribute. I'm waiting for that Bobby Heenan video package. Where is that? I hope we get it. I hope we're just not going to give a goddamn graphic for Bobby Heenan, for he's such a legend. You have to give him more. You have to at least give him a video package. You didn't give him the 10-bell salute. Hopefully we get a video package. If we don't, we'll probably get something on SmackDown because they're going to take a whole bunch of heat from all the fans. Everyone's going to crucify them. Then on SmackDown, they'll do a video package. But, you have to do this on Raw. Come on. So they confirmed the Fatal 5-Way match. That's going to happen. I think next Roman Reigns is about to come out. Yeah, well, here we go. Same old shit. They're going to start shooting. It's getting to the point where it's bullshit. The first week it was good because it felt real. Then the second week it was okay. And then the third week it sucked because it was all bullshit. He says attendance is up. Attendance is in the shit. Or Raw can't draw anything. He's the lowest drawing big star they've had since Diesel. He's as bad as of a draw as Diesel. You can't draw shit. Ratings are in the shitter. The ratings are fucking horrific. They're awful. The ratings suck. Attendance sucks. Where's the revenue? Oh, is it because they spend so much money, they make more money than they did back then, but they're not actually making a profit out of it? The attitude there, they made huge profits. Here they're not making any profit. People who don't know anything about accounting or taking a damn accounting class in university or anything, it's simple. It's like how much you put in. They're making more revenue, I suppose, than they did back then because they're spending so much more money. It's that whole argument's bullshit. They're doing better there. That's bullshit. It's like you don't know anything. If you think that, you're just such a sucker. It's just a sucker to actually believe that. They're not making shit. well, they're making money. So they're not making anywhere they used to because they have no profit. I mean, the profits are down. Profits what the money they're actually making, not revenue. Reigns is getting booed. Ugh. I don't even want to hear this. I'm getting so sick of this fucking rivalry. I just want it to be over by Sunday. Reigns actually mentioned Alex Riley. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. That was funny. I didn't like the promo that much. It was quick. He basically just showed The Rock, or John Cena cutting a promo on The Rock from 2012 during the build-up to WrestleMania 28. That was actually one of John Cena's best promos. And then he says, you're a hypocrite. You said The Rock is a sellout from leaving wrestling for Hollywood, and you're doing the same thing, so you're a hypocrite. We saw The Miz say that to John Cena 6 or 7 months ago, whatever. And it says, the result's going to be the same, like how The Rock beat John Cena at WrestleMania 28. It's going to be a different Samoan beating John Cena in Los Angeles in the Staples Center. Didn't really care much. I thought John Cena should have been there. I mean, they're doing this. This is supposed to be a big match. You need to really sell this match a lot. And to do a huge promo, for the go-home promo, that's all you got? I mean, come on. John Cena should have been there. They should have had, that the first week really is what should have been the go-home promo. Shouldn't have been the first week promo. I was disappointed by that. I think it's Goldust and, Dustin and Bray Wyatt's up next. Yeah, not too interested in this. I just don't want to see Bray Wyatt. So, this is going to be it for me for tonight. Just, I'm going to watch just the game. I know, it feels like filler. It just feels like it's just filler. I don't want to waste my time watching filler. This was everything. All the big stuff was done right at halftime with the Lions and the Giants. Watch Rock and watch Eli Manning play like shit. They're both shit. I don't know what to do. I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to check out overall. It's an hour early again. Just don't care. I mean, I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll watch Bray and Dustin, but I'm definitely not watching it. I mean, I'll see what happens at Bray and Dustin, and that'll be it. Bray won with the Sister Abigail. Match wasn't much. It was a quick match. It wasn't a squash, but, it was kind of quick. I don't want to see Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor feud anymore. I just don't give a fuck about that match at all. I can care less. I'm also waiting for a Bobby Heenan video package. When are we? It's at the part. I don't think we're going to see it now. And I'm about to turn off the show. And I'm really disappointed in WWE. He's such a legend. He deserves more. There's going to be a whole bunch of backlash. And I'm sure they'll probably do something on SmackDown. But that's just, that's unfortunate. I don't care. And right now it's Bray and Finn on TV. I just don't care about this fucking rivalry. I am a little surprised Alex Riley, he got a mention, so it looks like WWE said it to his face.